Yeah. Hey, what's happening? It's your boy, Dream of Foreign, never living like born. We got Lady Metaverse doing her first interview. You know what I'm saying? We got Squid Jams doing the second interview. We feel let him, go ahead and play this, what I'm saying, this music real quick. We're gonna get it lit. Yeah. It's a Dream of Foreign show. It's a Dream of Foreign show. Y'all hear my man cracking, you understand? Lady Metaverse in the building. It's a Dream of Foreign show. Hope y'all like the new intro.
Got my read off, brother. Hey, let me know. Hey, if I'm doing, let me know what I gotta stop, man.
Oh, you do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. You feel me?
All right. Like
your favorite co-host, you know what I'm saying? Got, the gangsters in the building too. Shout out to the gangsters in the hood, since you already know the hood's the party, but you got the gangsters in the building too. You know what I'm saying? East Coast in the building. EC to death, you already know. West side neighborhood, east side neighborhood.
This thing is fucking with me. Let me see this thing. Is the beat too loud? Is it cool? Let me see the beat, my friend. Let's try to
we ain't got no kids in the back.
Oh, no, I can't see anything. It's frozen on my side. Can I refresh it?
Yeah, man.
I can't see anything on my side.
Hold on. Can you can hear Lady Metaverse or no?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys are frozen on my side, but I can still hear you. But I can't see what anybody's saying.
Damn, my shit wasn't playing, bro. My shit ain't.
Dream, if I refresh it, does it kick me out?
I ain't getting it. I should have warmed up first, bro.
Nah, you pretty good on my screen, Lady Metaverse. Neighborhood to all my neighborhood. Shout out to the gangsters. Shout out to the Dominics. Shout out to the Power Rooms. You know what I'm saying? It's a Dream Foreign show. Oville, Thirst One, what's up? What it do, big bro? Perris is in the building, gangsters in the hey man, it's about to be a good little interview, man. Lady Metaverse first interview, man. Never live a life born.
That beat too loud. It's too loud. That shit too loud.
Yeah, we got 15 people in the house, man. We need 15 motherfucking likes, man. Salute to the content, man. Dream team. 20s in the building. Shout out to the 20s. It's about to be a legendary interview, man. In 5 minutes, we about to get it cracking, y'all. Just stay tuned. Y'all hear it? DJ Vegas, what's happening? Hey, 16 people in here, man. Get it cracking. Compton in the house. You already know Long Beach, Compton in the motherfucking building. You already know, man. Perris in the building. We got St. Andrews in the building. You know what I'm saying? You got West Palm in the building. You know what I'm saying? You got the 40s in the building. You know, you got a lot of ladies and women and children in the building, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for tapping in. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Just in a few more seconds, man. In a few more moments, we're going to get this interview started, man. We're going to let y'all souls marinate.
Hey, my bad. Hey, I didn't get a chance to warm up, man. That clarinet ain't working with me right now, man. That shit was fucking up.
Nah, you good, though, man. Just for the people, man, let them know, you know, exactly, you know what I'm saying, your name and what you got to bring and stuff like that. And I'm going to let Lady Metaverse do her thing.
Well, my name is Scooty Jams. That's what, but you know, the folks in the hood, they know me as Big Hollow Tip, the only Hollow Tip. You know, I came in under, you know, the homie Sly Blue put me on, you know what I'm saying, and you know, shit, I'm from Perris neighborhood crip, you know what I'm saying? That's shit. You know, I've been away for a while though. I've been moving around because of certain situation I had after my car crash. That's where my face is all scarred up and shit. You know, last time a lot of the homies see me, I had long dreads, you know what I'm saying? But when I got into the crash, my shit got all fucked up. Like, you know, I was washing blood out my hair for like 2 weeks after I got out of coma. But but I was, you know, I had a lot going on at that time, you know, just if I'm telling the story, you know, the whole thing, you know. So I ended up having to get ghost because I was you know, I was fighting this case. They were trying to throw some crazy shit on me for some shit I didn't do. You know, my baby mama set me up. I think the other host is she still on?
Oh, yeah. She's still on. She's going to reappear real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know,
For sure, yeah. My baby mama just set me up because I went to we went to go to one of my dead homies' funerals and shit. One of the little homies that got killed, so I went over there, brought the little thing with me just so I can protect my. I want to go by myself, but she insisted on going, and we had my son with me, so we went and rented a hotel and shit. She got a trip because I wanted to break up with her after she threatened to break up with me. I was like, you know, we might as well go. We were right here in your town, you know. I was living in Dago, but I was always in the hood, you know, always on Redlands, you know, with the homies. You know, I kicked it a lot with some of my OGs like Ant. I just got off the phone with Ant actually, one of my OGs, Ant, AK, also known as AK, and then one of homies, the OG homie Drew from Perris neighborhood. Actually, and they was you know, they was talking to me. They gave me a good you know what I'm saying, informative you know, a bit of a conversation, you know what I'm saying? So those two OGs I really you know, love and respect from the hood, you know, neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a lot going on, you know, politically with the hood right now. You know, as you might have heard, you know, with the whole EC and NHC thing, but you know, I've been away for a while, you know, moving around because of the situation I told you. So I guess to finish the story, that story I was talking about right now, So I ended up having to fight this case, and when I was fighting it, it was a case that my baby mom said on me. You know, she was like, you know, if you're gonna leave me, then I'm gonna call the police, tell them you hit me and that you got a gun. And I never really even touched the girl. You know what I'm saying? I just walked out with my bag, you know, and then they pulled up on me, found everything on me, and they tried to hit me with something, you know, and so I ended up dipping out. And so my first stop was I went to Vegas with this prostitute that I was dating at the time. You know this, and but you know, me and her, we had a thing, but she was a prostitute and she liked prostituting. That's what she wanted to do. She never stopped. You know, but we went to Vegas and we got a apartment. Well, it was we got a roommate situation type of thing. We was renting out a room and shit right there in Vegas, right next to the strip. And she was still doing her thing on back. That's when Backpage was popping. She was doing the thing on Backpage, paying the rent. But I still had a little bit of disability checks left over. You know what I'm saying? And this is happening when I first left and fled. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, I'm not going to do all this time for this bullshit that I didn't do. So I went over there to Vegas. The first stop, I was like, I got to get out of California. That's why I haven't been to the hood in so long. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to do all this traveling. So I went over there and we went to Vegas and she was prostituting, getting money. But I told her, you know, I just want to have a regular relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because I got this good job now and I can pay our rent, you know what I mean? So you don't have to do that no more. But she kept doing it. I kept coming back from work. She was still doing her thing and she was telling me about it. And you know, eventually I got upset. We broke up. So I shot out to Phoenix. And when I went to Phoenix, I went there with $30 in my pocket. So that was like my first homeless situation. So I kind of skipped this part when we were in Vegas. Me and my the prostitute I was dating, um, we joined the new Black Panther Party at that time. So we would go to the training and stuff and all this, and we'd march through the streets in the Black Panther uniforms. So when I went to Phoenix, I had that kind of mind frame, you know. So I went to Phoenix and man, I was like, bro, I ran through my $30 on beer and weed probably, and the girl took me to the shelter. She's like, this is where the shelter's at. This is where they give you free food in the morning, all this other shit. And I'm sitting there, I've never been homeless in my life, you know what I'm saying? And this is after my car crash, my face all fucked up. I felt like, you know, I was on a run, you know, I felt like the whole world was on me, you know what I mean? So I fucking, you know, that's first I like teared up and shit, man. I was like, hell no, this can't be it, man. But when I got in there, man, the police was so fucked up to the homeless people over there that I started a group called the New People's Republic. And there's footage of me talking to a reporter and telling them that you know, we fighting for the people's rights and all that stuff, you know, blah blah, me being all militant. But I was homeless from that period all the way down to when I moved over to Dallas, Texas, and I started working this under the table job. This is before I started playing the clarinet. But they was ripping. They was like jacking me for my money. They wouldn't give us up. They wouldn't pay us everything they supposed to pay us. And so I was like, man, I ain't gonna be slaving for all this shit. You know what I mean? Forever. I got to figure out how to do something. So then I went on Craig. I was like, maybe I'll be a musician. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe I was like, you know, I'll probably get some, you know, get the bitches or something if I was playing a saxophone or something. You know what I mean? So I was thinking maybe I'll give me a saxophone. Went on Craigslist. Couldn't find a saxophone I could afford, so I went and bought a clarinet. And I didn't know what the fuck a clarinet was, you know, when I bought the motherfucker, you know what I mean? But I just Googled everything and just taught myself, practice. I ended up backpacking from Dallas to Atlanta, homeless, sleeping like under bridges and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was running, you know. But the whole time I was doing that, I was playing my clarinet and practicing playing and learning from other musicians. I went to New Orleans and you know, that was a good experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I met a lot of really musicians that were willing to, like, you know, share their knowledge. So it's been a really cool experience, and that like happened in the span of two years. I finally came back to California, got things straightened out a little bit, and now I'm here. You know, I've been moving around. Now I'm here in Niagara Falls with my family. But I had some really good experiences playing the clarinet. You know, I got to play with Miley Cyrus and her family in Hollywood, and I met a lot of celebrities like, you know, like Too Short, and a lot of people. Just Norman Freeman. I did a video with Norman Freeman, and it got like quite a few views. So I was excited about that, and it kind of reinforces my faith and the kind of so much that I got it tatted on my neck now. I got to cut my light on her. Let me see the.
Did,
Yeah, that shit was getting dark. Is it still dark in here? It's still dark out here, huh?
Yeah, it's a little dark.
I thought I had my light on. I got to get this light ain't even on. I'm gonna bring the little lamp or something out here. No, I got a flashlight.
Dream, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Just as he's getting that together.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Nah, you good.
I grab a light, man, because it's dark out. I'm on the balcony so I can smoke. It's family house and shit, man. So like, I gotta.
Nah, so maybe you gotta explain. You gotta explain.
Yeah, I gotta. Is that better?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, you good. You good.
So yeah, you sorry about that. I kind of took over the mic. Is there
Oh, nah, you good. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got that out. I'm finna let Lady Metaverse, you know what I'm saying, take over whatnot. We got our introduction in or whatever, but this is an actual interview. So I'm gonna go ahead and let her lay down the questions or whatnot. I'm just gonna be in the background or whatnot. All right.
So where are you living now?
Well, right now I'm in Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay. And when was the last time you went to your hood?
It was right before I started. When I left, I was in 2000. It was 2015, so it's been a while. That's why, you know what I'm saying. I said like a lot of information that I'm coming with is from that era. You know what I mean. So like a lot of this new conflict that's going on, I'm not really laced on. Well, I'm laced on it, but I'm laced on it, but I'm just I'm not there. I'm not in the front lines. You know what I'm saying.
Right. So in your first interview, you spoke on Snoopy. Would you like to give us a recap of your relationship with Snoopy?
Well, I only kicked it with Snoopy Badass like maybe like 5-6 times. But at that time, he was going by the name Sly Blue, and he was my big homie's big homie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we only kicked it a few times. He was cool at the time. He was banging Perris neighborhood.
So were you aware that Sly Blue and Snoopy were cousins? That's how they knew each other. They were cousins.
Yeah. And I spoke to Sly Blue. So you spoke. Sly Blue.
I don't know him personally, but as the interviewer, I'm up on certain things.
Yeah. He's a good interviewer.
Right. So that's how they knew each other. So were you really like close knit? Because you didn't point that out in the first interview. So you were really coming for his character, but you didn't mention that the way that they knew each other was that they were family.
Yeah,
they weren't just homies.
Yeah, in the first interview, I think maybe I I kind of, I don't know, some things I kind of misspoke on, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I was a little tipsy. I don't want, I was a little over tipsy, but they're cousins, and I actually spoke to Sly Blue. I don't want to say his government name, but me and Sly Blue is we real tight. Me and him, we ended up doing the 4 years together.
And that was 4 years in prison?
We did 2 in CYA, so we went to in CYA. Me and him was in Norwalk together, and then we both got shipped up north to Preston. They eventually closed. I just heard they closed CYAs, but back then, they was known as Gladiator School. So because all the fighting you doing, before I left jail, I had maybe gotten to like maybe 70, at least 70 or 80 fights, maybe all like documented at least, because there's some that you you get in the cuts. It was crazy because me and Sly Blue, we started off with the case we had. You know, I mean, I feel like I could speak on it because we did our time for it. You know, not like intimate detail, but like we ran up in the store, robbed, we robbed the place and left, but we got caught, and we ended up doing our time. And while when we went to CYA Norwalk, man, it was cool. It was a bunch of hoodsters, a whole bunch of neighborhoods from 60, 90. It was good. Then you had the Hoovers over there with their 8-tray homies and shit. They sat on one side, we sat on one side. It was good.
Was there
But
any household names that we would know?
well, I don't know if you know about Down. Jap 5 was in there, and Sly Blue
Okay,
had.
you tread lightly on that one. Tread lightly. So what do you want to say about Jap?
Oh, tread lightly, yeah. Well, I feel like I'm real confident in my ability to defend myself, but I'm not saying like I don't know Jap like
I don't want
that.
you to start saying you was fighting Jap because we don't take it
No,
that
no.
far.
Well,
So what happened?
back then he was going by a different name. His name was Tiny Fobang back then, and he was a lot smaller. But I didn't fight Jap 5 or Tiny Fobang. I was saying Sly Blue ended up swapping with him.
Okay.
And that happened when I left though, because I was impressed in majority of the time with him. But then my last 3 months in CYA, they sent me to Ventura when I got my GED and shit inside of Preston. But when I left, I heard through the grapevine that Tiny Fobang and Sly Blue caught the fade, but we was fighting everybody over there. It's like when we went to Preston, the situation changed. It wasn't like a whole bunch of neighborhoods and a few groups and gangs. Right before we left Norwalk, we ended up packing out a dude from 107 Hoover named Snap. Because he had the C blank on his shoulder, and right after we got off lockdown, like they was doing like 4 people per shower or whatever. He was flaunting his little tattoo to one of our like smaller homies from Rolling 20s Long Beach, and he came and told us about the shit, and then so we was like, oh yeah. So then word spread, and the homie Hannibal, Born Ready, those are household 60 names, Hannibal and Born Ready, they totally with the shits, and Born Ready really got the hands because when he went to El Paso, he was also surrounded by enemies. But we went to Preston, it was crazy. When I first get to Evergreen, I go up in there, and when you walk in Preston, when you walk in there, if you're a Crip, they bring the Crip rep, the rep for the Crips to come talk to you, but you're still in the cage and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So a nigga, some fool from 8-tray gangsters named what was his name, man? He was extra out. I forgot. Menace. His name was Menace.
Which Menace?
I think he was Newborn Menace.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
Newborn is it Newborn? Nah, it wasn't even young. Nah, it was Newborn Menace. So he walked up on me and he like, yeah, cuz where you from? I'm from Perris neighborhood Crip. He like, oh yeah, cuz I'm from 8-tray gangsters. We gonna have to. He's like, we gonna shoot the fade. And he's like, but he was like, but you also got a couple other fades to catch. You got T Bird from Inglewood Families, and then like it was like 2 other people, whatever. So I get up in there. I'm like, oh, for sure. So I get up in there, and there's like a couple other Sac Crip niggas. So they walk up on me. They show me to my locker, and I go to sit down. But I'm sitting down
So
still
did
knowing.
you fight Menace?
No, I didn't even get to 5 minutes. That's the crazy thing. When I sat down,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking. I sat down still aware. Like I sat down looking prepared, getting ready, knowing something's gonna go down. So then the Sacramento Crip dude, he like, hey, he wanted to catch your fade. So I went and fought T Bird from Inglewood Families. So he like hit you. So I hit the ring, fought T Bird. And then they take us to medical after a fight. When you get spread after the fight, whatever, they break it up. They send you to medical. They send me to medical. I come back, and the staff is telling me that they said that I was no good over there, so they sent me to lockdown for 2 weeks until I was released to another unit where Bad Luck from Legends was at. So I was in there with Bad Luck and some dude, and then. But I was still on the trade line. It's just the next door unit. So we go over there and we squabbling with everybody, BD, all the, like, and then the Hoovers had Ronflies, you know what I'm saying? So like you had to fight their Ronflies and their Ronflies. But it was good for the soul, you know, not for the soul, but it's good, like it was good manhood training because it makes you, like, after all that crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, you're not, you know, you're confident, you're not really afraid of anything, you know what I mean? So it was good. It was I feel
So
like I needed it.
all this was as kids, because I thought you said in the comments that you fought these fights in prison.
Well, those was that's just the CYA. But like, after I left, when I went to Ventura, I was in Ventura for like 3 months. Then they sent me to prison because of all the write-ups I had. And most
Mhm.
people who yeah, most folks when they come from CYA, they gonna have too many write-ups, so they're gonna go to maximum security. So they put
Okay.
me in maximum.
Which prison were you in?
Uh, fucking. First they put me to Chino. We kicked it off with the Sureños. It was 20 of us, 60 of them. We won like the first round. The second round was like more like an even thing. We caught them off guard, got them. But
And
then they
you
put everything on.
isn't like a level 2?
Chino was reception at the time, but they had like these minimum yards somewhere around
Right.
there. But I never hit the minimum yard. It was reception at the time, so we were
Okay.
just there immediately on lockdown, and then they sent me to Tehachapi, maximum security, where I was on the main
Mhm.
line still, you know, always on the main line. I was in Tehachapi. They put me. My first cellie was, I think it was BJ from H-Ray Gangsters, but he was an OG, so he wasn't really like. And we're in prison, so you ain't. It's not really like set tripping no more. It's more about, you know, racial things now. So it's like racial, you know, racial groups, and then you got within the racial groups, you got the, you know, the neighborhood card, you know, neighborhood East Coast, you know, and then you got the gangsters and the Hoovers together, and then you got the Bloods, got their thing with the Pyrus.
Okay.
But,
Were you in Tehachapi or Chino with any reputables, any household names?
well, I'm not sure if you know about Pirate. He's pretty reputable in the system. Pirate, from he was from Linwood neighborhood. Um,
Mhm.
but a lot of trying to think, like us, like people that are like known on YouTube and shit.
Yeah. Or just
Uh,
people that have a name in their section.
a lot of people, I think, there was man, I just gotta, it's just gonna, it would take me like Monk from Long Beach. I don't know, Rab from Insane. Uh, shit, down from 6-0. Everybody, trying to think. Oh yeah, Khaki Blue from 6-0.
Hmm.
Well, both, there was two Khaki Blues that was locked up.
Okay. So did you see anything questionable while you were in there? Any questionable politics that you remember?
Not, I mean, back then it was real racial. You know, we had a lot of tension. You know, with the black gangs and Mexican gangs back then. You know, I'm half Mexican. You know, my dad is from Mexico, but you know, when people see me, they, you know what I'm saying, they don't say, "Hey, you fucking you know, Beaner." They say, "Hey, was you fucking nigga?" You know what I'm saying? They see a black man. You know what I'm saying? So I always, you know, I was riding with the Crips too. You know, so I was always on my shit. But you know, the question of politics, as far as that question, the Sureños had this weird thing that some dude from Florencia told me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, our homies say that if it's black, it don't count. They said, so if you do a shooting and you accidentally kill a black kid, little baby or a kid, you're not getting in trouble for that. Or if, like, I think it might have went as far as some, there's the R word, but I don't want to put that on him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't remember exactly if he went that far with it. But they had some weird politics back then. But you remember back then they had it was an essay that was on TV that announced that they had an order from the mafia or whatever to kill like a certain amount of black folks or whatever after that East Coast thing with the hunt, like some, you, I don't know if you know the politics of that, but remember I don't know if you remember when the Mexican mafia got robbed for all that that dope.
Do
So
I
after that,
remember? Yeah,
yeah, it was
I'm
like,
aware.
yeah, okay, yeah, and then they pledged to kill like a certain amount of black folks or something
Hmm.
like that. So ever since then, like this, I think that's when it started. But I just know growing up, I always that it was always some tension with that. It was heavier. I'm glad it's different now. I think it's a little bit lighter now, but back then it was a lot more tense with that.
So you said you were incarcerated with a lot of Hoovers, and you had run-ins with Snap and Hawk. There is a really popular gay Hoover from Five Deuce named Tony Willrich. How do you feel about gay members?
Shit. We never really we never encountered those issues, growing up, in my generation. Um, I don't think that really works in the gangs in Southern California.
Okay. You mentioned Norman Freeman. Norman is a transsexual, and you've been quite friendly with him. How do you feel that affects your membership?
Shit, we did a video together. Um, I met Norman when I was actually performing in front of the store. I mean, and he was like, yeah, he was like, yo, I do want to do a skit with you on the thing, and I'm like, I seen he'd be getting views, so I was like, fuck it, let's do the skit. I mean, I didn't do we didn't do no weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Nobody did nothing funny, so I don't really see any kind of questions with that. I got two baby mamas.
Okay. Is there? Oh, you mentioned before my screen went out. You said you had something tattooed before you told that story. What was the tattoo of?
Oh no, I was saying that was my clarinet. You know what I'm saying? Because the clarinet's been like if you watch Pokemon, it's like the clarinet is like my Pikachu. You know what I'm saying? So, it's my sidekick.
Okay. Dream, did you have any more questions?
Yes, I
Dream.
absolutely do. I just also wanted to ask, while you was incarcerated, things like that. When we talk about politics, was there any dudes? First of all, what level yards you on before I even ask these questions?
I was in
You
level
said
four.
reception.
Oh,
Oh,
reception.
whoa,
But
reception?
I mean, reception is only for like
Yeah,
what 6 months. I
yeah,
mean, that you
yeah.
were in
Just like
there the whole.
months, and then they sent me to Hatchby, level four. It was level four at the time. I think most of it is like S&Y or like
SNY
Middletown.
yard. Yeah, to have to be
They
the
they just
SNY
changed it
yard.
now. Yeah, but back then they had like it was just it was like half of it was still like mainline, but it was all like level four, and then they had the S&Y yard on the other side. But it
Oh,
kicked off there too. It kicked off at every center I went to in different ways.
mm-hmm. So the reason I'm asking you this is because when you was in these level 4 yards and when you was at the receptions, was there a lot of OGs, was there a lot of younger dudes that that you seen were fucking with punks?
Not on the main line. Not on the main line.
Not
You
out
can't.
openly.
I don't think it was going that. I mean, if it did, it was really unseen because you can get in trouble for that, especially if you're running with a gang.
Oh, how do you feel about Snoopy Badass Melvin? With all the publicity he's getting, and he used to be from your neighborhood, how do you feel about it currently today, watching it unfold? And him claiming Compton and Perris is miles and miles away. How do you feel about that?
Shit. It's funny style. It is funny style. It's not something I would ever do. I can't really comprehend it. Um, it's really strange behavior. Um, I feel like you said. I mean, those are really that's a really big distance. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know. He keeps in contact still. You know what I'm saying, with some of the homies and shit.
Oh, he does, but he claims that he don't know nobody from over there. He makes it seem like your hood don't exist, and
Yeah, that's the main reason. Like I had said something about it in the comment section. Remember when I first like posted something on that video you did. Well,
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I was like, yeah, well, blah blah blah, because I remember I recognized his face and shit. Because I've been hearing his name, but up until I seen like that video that you posted, I didn't. I finally got a good look at him. I'm like, oh shit, that's him. That's Melvin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of Melvin, somebody got a question about Melvin. So did Melvin get put on hands and feet, or was he just banging Perris neighborhood?
He got his put on.
All right, that
If
answers
I'm
your
not mistaken,
question.
yeah, he got his put on because I wasn't there when he got his put on, but the homies tell me he was official,
When
and he
you
was
was in,
because Paris neighborhood used to be Pimp Mob, and apparently
yeah.
he was around during the Pimp Mob days.
Oh, so he was definitely around.
Yeah.
All right. When you was in the when you was in the youth camps or whatnot, you named a couple of homies like you know what I'm saying, HK Born and stuff like that, Born Ready. Name a couple of other good fighters you seen in there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying, that you can
Well,
speak on.
there was a 6'0" named Baby Av, man. But he had like another name too that he was going by, and
Was he dark skinned?
he was like brown skin, but he was probably like 5'9" or 5'10" or something. But he was knocking motherfuckers, man. He was not, and then there was he was knocking motherfuckers, man. Because like he knew how to box, but he also like I seen him, his slam game was good too. Like he would grab a motherfucker and flip him, and we was younger back then, you know what I'm saying? So at that level of hands was crazy. And then on the other side, on the enemigo side, bro, they had some big ass nigga named Ant Dog, bro. This fool was like, bro, CYA's like 16 to 25. I was like 17, you know what I mean? Me and Sly Blue was like 16. And man, bro, this fool had to be like 24 years old, bro. He was big as a motherfucker, bro. He was walking a trade line, bro. And we all had to run it though, you know what I'm saying? But the
Where was
homie,
he from?
he was from A Trade. Yeah, he was crazy. But the homie from Legends, Bad Luck, and he on IG too. We was in the same unit together. He was a short dude, bro. Walking around with his chest out all extra. What he was like on Legends, you know what I'm saying? He had hands like a motherfucker, bro. He got down with his little ass got down with Ant Dog, bro, and you know what I'm saying? And he it was like it was a fair, it was like a even one, you know what I mean?
All right.
You couldn't call it.
Who was in there turning down phase that's notable? Or anybody you can just be like cuz or blood from over there? Like who was turning down phase? Who turned down the phase? Who went out bad?
Damn, I ain't see too many Crips go out bad, but I remember one of the homies went out bad before I got there. I heard they told me he had I forgot there was a word they used when the motherfucker stopped claiming and shit. Bro,
To
he was
drop
one of the
out.
homies. Well, yeah, he was one of the homies. But man, they say like cased up. They in CYA they say he cased up. But so like he's a case, man. He cased up, bro. He was the homie. I don't even, bro. He was from Hunters, bro. He was and I got there, bro. And I'm trying to remember his name, bro. But I got there, bro. And apparently he had cased up before I got there, and he was like 1 unit away. And I eventually started to seeing him more often. And when I met him, he was like quietly repping the Hunters, like quietly, bro. But he was in a unit with a dude. I forget his name, but his last name was Ferguson, and he was from A Trey. When I seen him, I took off on him. We was in a medical, but because I had already heard about him, it was like they was like, oh, such and such, but I forgot his hood name. But his last name was Ferguson. It was like such and such. He said when he see you, he gonna run up on you. Or he gonna blaze you. You know what I'm saying? LA's he's like when he see you, he gonna blaze you. And so I was like, already knew what he looked like because they described him. He was like a big chunky nigga from A Trade. He had the neighborhood fingers on it, with the middle finger underneath. You know what I'm saying? But he had it on his arm though. You know what I mean? He had it on his arm like right here, so you could see it, bro. So when I went to medical one day, and I seen him sitting down, and he had the thing on his arm. bro. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I already knew, bro. I was like, bro, I knew he was gonna know who I was, bro. So, but before he could even, you know, see me, bro, but as soon as I seen that tattoo, bro, you know, I was like, bro, you know, that's a trigger, bro. You know, especially in YA, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody with the fingers, and then they got the you know what I'm saying? The middle finger underneath it, bro. You see that tattooed on you on somebody, bro, and CY, especially CYA, bro. As soon as I seen that shit, bro, I was just triggered, bro. I just automatically fired on him, bomb, 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 bombed on him, and then you know what I'm saying? I got the best of him, but I did sneak him, but I got the best of him, bro, and that was it, you know. And then like a couple months later, I got out. I went from CYA to to Chino and then Jasper.
And when's the last time you've been to prison?
I never went back after that.
All right,
I got out in 2011. It was 2007, 2011.
That's good.
And then when I got out 2011, I was in the set all the time with the homies, you know, Baby Hood. I kicked it a lot with Baby Hood, fucking BG. I had some little crazy homies, Baby Dizzy. Little crazy dude, you know, crazy homie, bro. Like I just tried to take him out to San Diego. Him and a homie, Shady Eight. Shady Eight was cool though. He was, he wasn't, he had cool swag. You know, he was one of the cool swag. But he ended up doing some time too. But I think he got out. But the homies, you know what I'm saying? Try to take him out to like, San Diego and shit. We, show him some different sides. Because a lot of the homies back then, they never, they was from Perris. They was, we was in the area. We was either Hemet, San Jacinto. Like, Hemet is right next to Perris, so we'd be in Perris, Hemet, San Jacinto, modulate, moving around, but mostly in the hood though, like we'd be at, Copper Creek Park or something, you know what I'm saying? Back then, Copper Creek Park, yeah.
All right, that's cool, bro. Yeah, man. I think that's gonna conclude the interview, man. I appreciate you for tapping in and whatnot. Maybe some other interviews gonna be lined up, man. Y'all holla at Squid Jams if y'all want to holla at them, on the Instagram or whatnot. Shout your Instagram out right quick, bro.
Squiddy Jams, SQUIDDYJAMZZZ.
All right, man. You already know it's your
2 fingers in the thumb, baby. Yeah.
Never living life for Lady Metaverse, Squid Jam. Yeah, man. We out here, man.
All right, love.